what games do you see as the potential launch games / reasons Sony will tout for getting a PS5 Pro? And this is a tricky one, right? Because obviously there's no tentpole mega franchise juggernaut this year.
Maybe
we've got Astrobot, which I think is going to be a fantastic showcase for the PlayStation 5 Pro, in the same way that the Astrobot game that was the pack-in
maybe
was
RT in that one, ray tracing.
I would say the tent pole that they're going to bank on is something like Ghost of Tsushima 2.
What, out?
Not necessarily out, but I bet it's closer to release than we think.
Really?
I don't know if I don't actually know anything on this. I'm just it's you look at when the last one was released. They've been hard at work on this for a while. I would not be surprised to at least see that game revealed alongside the PS5 Pro.
Right.
And then maybe ship sometime early next year, possibly.
Okay.
Because to me, that feels like that would be a great showpiece title for them, and something that we've kind of been waiting to see what they're up to, and they've been very quiet since the release, and there's at least no reports of like the Naughty Dog situation with the canceled multiplayer stuff. Like we can just... The Sucker Punch has been pretty efficient with their development. And
we've not seen anything from Ben's studio for literal years.
That's a shame, man, because Days Gone was really... I think, thankfully, Days Gone is now appreciated.
After its PC launch, it was really
at the time but they actually did some cool, risky new things with open world formula that shook it up in a way that was good. Like, specifically you can't just go off in any direction because you have to worry about fuel and supplies, and like it actually felt like a journey. It's like, oh no, I ran out of gas. I got to go off on foot and get the supplies necessary to continue. That stuff's cool. I liked it a lot.
Mad Max style.
Yeah. I hope that. I have not heard anything from them, of course.
I think we'll see maybe a version of Gran Turismo.
Oh yeah, I assume that they would do. I mean,
a patch.
Yeah, ray tracing.
They're already at the... Oh, that would be the ray tracing. Because right now you can already get native 4K at 90 to 120 FPS with VRR, which is really great. And so like they're already really high fidelity-wise. And I feel like this is the perfect time to like basically enable ray tracing features in gameplay. And also take advantage of the PSSA or whatever.
PSSR.
Yeah. The pisser. Sorry.
Take advantage of that. Maybe improve image quality, add in real time ray tracing in the gameplay, and it's going to look stunning. I would imagine they would want to do that.
Yeah,
that feels reasonable.
And also, they could show it off for the first time as the rumored Horizon Zero Dawn remake.
Oh,
right, and watch this space. They probably have like RTGI planned for something like that, I would imagine, with the PS5 Pro version. I can see that in my brain. Obviously, we've talked about whether or not this is a necessary thing at all in the past number of times, but that could be another thing to show off to like whet people's appetite about this console in general. And but it comes out later, obviously.
I wonder if we still don't know is the price approach to this. And I don't know if they can feasibly do it because we know the cost of trying to, just die shrinking, and none of that's necessarily enough to reduce so easily from what we understand, right? But if they could, I feel like the Pro could make a big splash if they're able to get regular PS5 down to like $400 at least, with the distro, like the full PS5, $400, PS5 Pro $500. The same year, like GTA, or like within a year of GTA 6, and like the PS5 is finally gets a price drop, and I feel like you have also the Pro option, and then it becomes kind of a. I feel like that could work well, but if the Pro comes and it's like $600, and the regular PS5 is still $500, I feel like that's not going to land very well.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I think the question is basically more about how they're going to market this thing at launch and give reasons for justifying its very existence, and they need to come out strong. And this was exactly the issue that there was with PlayStation 4 Pro, where we kind of didn't really know what a 4.2 teraflop machine would do, except that it's like a very underclocked RX 580, which wasn't really exciting at the time, but they did actually come out with a good show. But they've got to repeat the trick. I think they really need to talk about the benefits of machine learning. They need to deliver palpably different experiences, improved experiences on existing games, and they've got to look ahead to the future to say, and this is coming, and it's awesome.
Yeah. I would love to do a shot, and you see Mark Cerny come out, and he's like, okay, if we zoom in here on this arm of a man swinging a lightsaber in Star Wars Jedi Survivor, you can see the pixel break up here. This is the result of AMD's FSR2, and using our new technique, and they wipe it away.
You want him
perfect clarity. He's not gonna slag off.
To declare war.
He's not going to declare war on AMD.
They're gonna do it. They're gonna show
partners.
it when they show off any comparisons. It's going to be first party titles, but once again,
that would be so fun.
The original PS4 Pro stuff that you saw, Rich, third party titles were also part of it.
Yeah.
You saw Shadow, you saw Infinite Warfare,
Mass Effect.
Was it Infinite Warfare?
Infinite Warfare was there. It was looking a bit dodgy because, well, they do massive optimization pushes right into the last minute, and it actually shipped looking really great. But the trailer they had was in the 40s there.
Yeah.
But they're good stuff. For Honor from Ubisoft actually looked 4K, which was pretty great. They had Marvel Spider-Man assets there that looked great on a 4K screen.
Right.
They had Mass Effect Andromeda with like HDR, and because obviously the Pro was like the introduction of HDR as well.
Right.
They had that fascinating Uncharted demo, which wasn't actually running that great, but I think it was likely running at a higher resolution than the one that they shipped with.
It.
They just went 1440p.
In the final one, actually, you can tank the frame rate on PS5, PS4 Pro. If you get alpha effects too close to the camera, you swing it in through the right thing, you'll see it like crash down.
There were some issues with the
very briefly, and then it pops back up.
There were some issues with the 4 Pro launch where PS4 Pro games are running less
well.
Yeah, Watch Dogs 2, I think, was one of them back at from.
Yeah,
this is true.
Troublesome.
So I think they're going to come out all guns blazing with patched updates and with strong hints about what they're going to be doing, and maybe they'll tie, as you say, a Tsushima 2 running on PS5 Pro. That would make people excited.
Thinking back though, like some of these checkerboard implementations, I actually think like the way Infinite Warfare looks, for instance, I think it looks better than like what we've seen with like FSR2 running on consoles with these like really low res. Like I genuinely think some of the checkerboard stuff was better.
Yeah,
it's sharper. It doesn't have that horrible fizzle everywhere. Mm-hmm. It's just like the artifacts of checkerboarding like were not nearly as distracting. They were harder to see from a distance versus the artifacts of FSR2.
Mm-hmm.